So guys, in previous video we learned how we can create our own application in Google Cloud platform and how we can register into it. And we already created one app that is Google YouTube upload, and we also added auth client, and we also created auth client, that is desktop client 1. So that once we created auth client, it will generate the client ID and the client secret. It is the two main credentials we required to use the API. And also one more thing, we enable the API YouTube data API v3. So don't forget to enable it, because whenever we without enabling it will not going to be allow us to use this, like inserting a video. Okay, so in this video we will learn the next part, that is we will learn how to create a Python script. Okay, so it will contain only two functions. That is, first function will be the used to store temporary credentials, or to generate temporary credentials, and the second and the final method is like to uploading a video onto your YouTube. Okay, so let's start with the first function. It is uploading a latest. Okay, so first function here is create. So first we will importing a tool, 2 or 3 basic library, that is date, time, pickle and OS. So you also guys know that what exactly the main use of this basic library, and other some libraries required, that is built-in libraries, Google auth client, auth Google auth lib.flow, and these all 4 libraries are required. So just import these 4 libraries, and let's jump to the main part, that is function. Okay, so let's create a one function, that is create for service, and the name of the function is create service, and the main 4 parameters will be the client secret file, API name, API version and scopes. Okay, the client secret file will be the secret file which will be generated automatically once we run this script. API name will be the YouTube. API version we already know that is version 3, and scopes will learn what will be the scopes, that is YouTube upload. Okay, so API name will be YouTube, API version will be v3. Okay, and scopes will be the YouTube upload, because we are going to be uploading a video to our YouTube channel. So we will just printing it all these credentials, and we are storing all these 3 parameters, that's client secret, API name and API version, into variable. And next is we are creating one variable, that is cred is equal to none, that is we are initially storing the cred variable value is none. Okay, and we are generating one more variable, that is pickle file, and it will contain the name of your pickle file. So basically the name you can choose as per your requirement or as per your need. I'm just here selecting name as per my API name and API version. This token underscore API service name will be the YouTube, and API version will be the version 3. And don't forget to give a .pickle, that is extension. Okay, then we will check if on the line 55, if os.path.exist pickle file, that pickle file will be the name you are choosing it. Okay, so it will check first the name of the file .pickle is present on your current directory, where your source code is present, from where you are running your source code. It is the Python file. If yes, then it will with open pickle.file, it will open it in a read binary mode, and it will loading all this information into a create variable. So the data of that pickle file will be stored into your create variable. Okay, in the next line, that is on the line 29, if the data is if not create or not create dot take two conditions here. Is if not create means credentials is not present, it is the file is not exist, or not create dot valid, the credentials are present but it is not a valid. Okay, so it will going to be next if condition, that is if create and create dot expired and create dot refresh token. Okay, so if create but so it will check three conditions here, that credentials are present but and credentials are expired and credentials dot refresh token. These all three values are true, that is credentials present, it is expired, and it requires a refresh to token. Then it will going to be refresh to token, that is create dot refresh function, and inside a bracket it will going to pass the request function. Okay, it will request to Google to regenerate your regenerate or refresh the tokens. Else if the tokens are present and it is valid, then it will going to be else part. If the if condition is not satisfied, then it will going to be into the next else part. That is it will going to be else part, if flow is equal to install a flow from client secret file, and it will take two parameters, this client secret file and the scopes. Okay, so client secret file will be the client secret.json. The will discuss later on, that is what will be this JSON file contains, and scopes will be the dot upload, because we are only uploading a video here only, so we'll use this YouTube dot upload scope only right now. And so here we are going to be use this from client secret file method. So it will take the data from this client secret file, which will be we will going to be generate. It will run the credentials, that is create is equal to flow. So here what exactly it is happening, what exactly happening is, if the credentials are not present, it is the pickle file is not present on your current directory, and or the credentials files are present but the credentials are not valid, then it will going to be ask you for the login to your Google account. Okay, run local server, it will going to open a Google Chrome, and it will ask you for the Google authentication. Okay, once the authentication is completed successfully, it will generate some pickle file. It will open a pickle file in the write mode, and it will dump all the credentials and token. Okay, so these credentials are and tokens are generated by this authentication done by Google. So it will this process is automatically, we don't have to interfere this process. Okay, so it required two main part, that is credentials and token. So it will dump the credentials and token, and next it will and it will generate a service that we will going to use to build a service, that is try the service is equal to build API service name, API version, and the credentials is equal to that is the credentials is the pickle file, which contains the token and the generated credit, and it will return the service variable. Else except in the except part, unable to connect, if the internet issue or other problems are occur, then it will going to be an exception part, and without login authentication you can't upload you can't use this function is contains only this part, so this function only contains this much part, it will going to take all the so basically this function does only three things. First, it will check the picker file is present on your current directory or not. If the file is not present, then it will going to be directly generate a new file and dump all the credentials and token to your pickle file. And if file is present, then it will check first that tokens are validate or expired. If it is validate, it will going to directly log into your system, and if it is expired, then it will refresh the token. Okay, The four main parameters are required. It is a client secret file, then client secret dot is equal to client secret file. Is the client secret dot JSON. We will discuss it what exactly this JSON file contains. API name will be the YouTube. API version will be the v3, and scope you also know that YouTube dot upload. Okay. So now let's the next step is the def upload media. That is the main function we require. Inside this main function, first of all we will directly call the first function, that is create service, and we store it into a service variable. Because okay, this required all this, we will going to pass all these four parameters, that is client secret file, API name, API version, and scopes. Then the main thing is request body, because this request body contains all these parameters or all the features value which you require to upload your video to your channel. Okay, so this contains a dictionary. It is a dictionary. Inside a dictionary we will going to be used, there are multiple keys. Main key is snippet. So this snippet contains a category ID, and basically this category ID is based on like your video category. So there are too many IDs are present. You have to choose the ID based on your video category. And the next is title. So title will be key, which is the title will be the name or title of your video. Description I am keeping it as a simple like empty, and tags will be the hashtag you have to apply. It will be the list of values. Next part is status. This next key is the next key is status. Status will be the privacy status, is public or private. So you can choose a public or a private status based on your YouTube video requirement. I'm keeping as a public video. And one more key we can use is publish it. So based on this, like publish it key used basically for the your schedule time. You can schedule a time of a video. Based on the time the video will be going to upload, but make sure that but keep in mind that guys, this key only applicable when your video privacy status is private. If your privacy status is public, this key will be not affected to your schedule time. Okay, it will uploading directly when your script is run. Okay, and the next key will be the self-declared made for kids or false. I'm keeping this as a false, and the notify subscriber I'm keeping it as a true. Okay, this request body is the main important part of your video, because based on this body you will all the features will be affected to your video. Okay, the final step is we have to call the media file upload method. We are creating one variable media file is equal to media file upload method. This method is comes from Google Client API client .http method, and inside a bracket we will going to be name of our video file. Upload is equal to service, the variable which we generated from the first function, service dot videos dot insert. Okay, we are going to use the method that is videos, service dot videos dot insert method. Insert method will going to be run part is equal to snippet, which part we have to add to your video. There is part is equal to snippet part. There is snippet from the request body we will use the snippet, and the status part. Okay, status key. Okay, and one more thing is big body is equal to request body, which body we are going to use is request body, and media body will be the media file, this is which file you will going to be upload. And don't forget to use this dot execute method. Okay, dot execute, and finally call our function, the function. So now let's discuss that client, what exactly this client secret file contains. So client secret file is nothing but the dictionary, contains the sum of the key, that is web. We are going to use the web because we have a desktop client, or we have to use the web key. Name of the key will be the web, and the value will be the dictionary again, and it contains four main keys. Okay, client id, client secret, auth URI, and token URI. So this from these four keys, the key will the key name will be the same only, like all, and the client id and client secret will be the based on your app you created. So you can take it from the video. So you can choose this value from your application you created in the Google Cloud platform. That these two values are the auth client you created in your app. So basically you can find this into your desktop app, client app where you created. Just go to your desktop client, and on the right hand side you can find out these two values, that is client secret and client id. Okay, so just copy and paste it. Now let's run the script. So when you run, it will take some time, and once you run the script, it will redirect to Google Chrome, and open a Google account to ask you for this, and ask you for the login to your Google account. Okay, so you can see that it will ask you for the Google account login. You have to choose the Google account where you created your app, in which you created app. Just click on this, click on continue. Google hasn't verified this app, click on continue, and it will it will ask you that wants your access to your Google account. You have to select continue. Okay, so once your authentication is successful, it will show a message that the authentication was completed, and you can close this. Okay, so after that so make sure so guys, this only this process only run so guys, this process only happens when you don't have a pickle file, or your pickle file okay, when you don't have a pickle file. So let's go to your Google account, go to your YouTube channel, and check our video is started uploaded or not. Let's refresh it. So you can see that our uploading is started, and it is 95% uploaded, and visibility status is still in the pending. So the uploading time will be based on the time period of your video. I have only 2-minute video, so then it is that's why it is uploading very fast. Okay, so uploading is completed, and you guys can see that even if I have set the privacy status of my video is public, it is still in the private state. Why? Because there is behind that there is a one logic, like because YouTube API have some guidelines you have to follow. Because if we are not fulfilling the guidelines of YouTube guidelines given by the API, Google API, then it will it will automatically set the private status of our video as a private. Okay, so for that we have to first do is we have to fill this form to verify our app that our app is trustworthy and it is not harmful for others, or it will ask for some of the basic details like what is the full organization name, what for what purpose we are using this app, who will be the client, and all other basic information. You have to fill all this information, you have to submit the form. Okay, so it will take around 3 to 4 days to verify, or it will after so it will take some time. So once your API once your app is verified, then you can upload as per your requirement. Then you can, if you upload the video as a, you can upload in a public mode or a private mode. Okay, you can contact them via your email ID also. After verification, it will Google, YouTube will send you a verification email onto your Gmail account that your email ID is verified, that your YouTube app is verified. And one more thing, guys, this all API methods contains the YouTube API has some quota limit, that is it has only 10,000 units per a day. Okay, so basically what exactly is 10,000 units? So you have to you can use only 10,000 units of your per day in a for per day. So every methods contain a different or unique cost. Based on the API you are using, it will charge on a single hit. Like for example, let's say you are using a API to list our channels, it will cost 50, it will cost 1 units per hit. So you can call that API 10,000 times per day. Same that we are uploading a video, so for the video inserting, it will charge 1600 per API hit. So only we can use only 16, that is 10,000 divided by 1600, so we can only upload 6 videos per day. Okay, it is 6.24, that is 6 videos per day. So don't worry guys, there is also alternate solution for that. So for that you have to go to the same form, for that same form from where you are verifying your app, and you can fill this form and you can mail this to YouTube to exceeding your quota limit. Okay, so that's it guys for this video. If you guys like a video, then do like, share and subscribe to my channel.